ones I like. The same. Did you?
Wednesday.
I like to set a time for 30 minutes.
And somehow I managed to lose control of my Facebook.
Just start dinner in a
I've been
bit.
kicked out of it completely.
Huh?
And some other geezer called Michael has
doing
control
your
of it,
pasta
who
with
I
it.
don't know. And I'm trying to speak with Meta to get control of it.
Mints.
And it's the Daniel Asheville release.
Yeah.
Not the This Is Asheville. So I've tracked back through emails, which I
You're
was
welcome.
ignoring because I was doing other bits and pieces. I thought they were just normal alerts. And it said on a certain date that there was
The
some
white sauce
activity.
isn't actually
And it
cheese
didn't
sauce,
know
maybe
it
it's
was
just
me.
white sauce.
Like, can I verify? I've missed it. And then a month later, it said that some geezer called Michael kicked me out a month ago. I'm furious! I'm hoping they're going to be able to get it back for me, but I am completely not in control if whoever has control of this Facebook starts posting stuff and posting opinions which are not my opinions and trying to sell people stuff and do things like that. So this is a bit of a nightmare. I've lost everything, and I'm going to admit, like I went on and I looked at like the help parts and I went, what is this? Just reading this, and then I clicked on the chat, and after about 5 messages, the person I'm speaking to, I hope it is Meta, said, can I call you? And I was like, hmm? So I gave my number and they called me straight away and they went through everything with me, and they said that it's been escalated to another department, and they said if they have news they are going to call me back, which I hope they do. Oh man. Anyway, I can't allow that to drag me into the world of negativity and kicking the skateboard and cans around the yard with my hands in my pockets like some sort of toddler throwing his toys out the pram. I just got to get on with it. Which leads me to something which is a little bit more exciting, and that's searching for a new pickup. And I've been trying to assess in my head which one to go for. Some, I don't even fit in them, so that's straight away that's out the equation, even though they are market leaders and they have a strong history of being indestructible. If I am not comfortable in the vehicle, then what is the point? Now there's a number of options here. Volkswagen Amarok, which I've had in the past, which now more or less is the same as the Ford Ranger. I don't fit in the Hilux, so that's out of it. I don't want a Nissan Navara. Mercedes don't make their pickup anymore. They have discontinued it. BYD have a pickup landing very soon. I even dipped the toe into the American pickups. You know, when Curtin St. Lucia has a Ford F-150 Raptor. I looked at it and I thought, it could be time, because that has all the comfort, it has all of the power. But right about now, we're going to put it back in, because I do not require 6.7 litres to sit in traffic on the highway in Cashbury, St. Lucia. So I'm just going to hold on a second and assess which pickup is best for me. In case you're wondering why I'm not going for a Defender, it's because there is no Land Rover dealership in St. Lucia. There is an Audi dealership and there is a Ford dealership on the island. I am going to go out there with a number of service kits so I can look after it, but perhaps if I got stuck, I could go into Audi and they can order a part direct from Germany for me if it was an Amarok, or I could go directly into the Ford dealership and get them to order a part for me. Right about now, I'm just trying to work out which one is best, test drive all of them,
because you had cramp,
and then go from there.
Remember?
While I sulk about my Facebook.
There you go.
And that's it for Wednesday. Thursday. We're in the yard. I'm just moving the skip out of the way with the machine because somebody has come to look at the generator and they want to assess. I think that this is a perfect unit ready for transportation. Most of it is within this 20-foot insulated container. All you need to do is transport the fuel tank and the exhaust. But this gentleman, he wants to disconnect everything from the inside, put it all out, keep the container and sell it for scrap, and then he wants to put the internals of it onto a lorry. Now I asked him why he wants to do this, and I think he wants to put the actual main unit onto the back of a curtain sider, and with the container it's actually too wide. He can't do that. Now this weighs about 12 tons. Probably the main unit weighs about 8 tons, and these bits and pieces here, they're also quite heavy. Our 4-ton Manitou is not going to be able to lift that gear onto the back of a lorry, so he's deciding where he's going to pick, whether he's going to pick up the entire unit and take it to his yard and dismantle it, because it's not going to be 5 minutes. In some areas it's bolted down and in other areas it's welded, so it's going to be a lot of work. But if this is gone, it'll free up the space we need. So we'll take the skips, sling them to the back of the yard, we'll reverse the 45-foot flatbed trailer, we'll park the low loader next to it, and our new containers can go side by side at the front with the doors facing the gate, so we've got enough space to drive around with the forklift and start to pack things inside. So hopefully we can get this gone, but obviously I'm not going to let it go for free. I'm not desperate. It is a fantastic bit of kit. I want it gone, but I'm not just going to let someone nick it off me like you've seen me do in the past at auction. Click here to watch a video where my old lorries went up to the auction and people nicked them off me for next to nothing. Next on the list is finding a way to secure the uprights for the trailer. Now we had them pre-drilled. We're going to have to put something on which sticks out, which is secured to the trailer somewhere, and then we'll have some sort of bar going this way and then a padlock on the other end. We're still in the thought process now of working out the best way to do it, because we'd put something through here, you'd cut it in about 2 seconds. No matter what's on there, if you really want it, you're going to get to it, but we have to make it as difficult as possible. So, but the important thing is they fit absolutely perfectly. So this is alloy. I may need to get a couple more bits to secure on here somewhere once my townie comes up with a plan of how we're going to attack this. The day is not over yet. At Heathrow Airport. I'm on the plane again. January's rolling on the plane again. I'm heading to Mexico. It's an evening flight. It's going to be 12 hours. Sitting in the lounge and hovering and loitering around in the airport like a bad smell, doing a bit of market research, trying to find out where people are going, what their motivations are. It's all very helpful. Am I late? Okay.
I asked everybody, have you ever been to the same destination twice? And when you went back the second time, did you stay at the same place? And why? I was being very helpful, advising them to visit St. Lucia, and they probably thought to themselves,
what a nice guy. He's giving all of this free advice and information and all of these insights.
always know when someone is not trying to sell you the product themselves, you are the product. I am very thankful for their participation in my experiment. Moving on, I've received plans through from the refurbishment project. Originally, the refurbishment project had a set of proposed plans, but the project has evolved so much since the very start. At the end of the job, we were going to give some as-built drawings which reflected all of those changes. But as the client is making these significant changes now, Sam, our architect, has come in and done a measured survey around the entire property. With these, the client can speak to their designers and can give us some direction and create some new proposed alterations and develop whatever concepts they're working on, or in fact see if some of their concepts they have in their head will actually work on paper and then on the site. I've got a couple bits to go through, a couple videos to watch and make notes. The time now is 10:09. If I was at home, I'll probably be going to my bed at about 11:30. I don't stand a chance of sleeping on the plane. So in 12 hours, I will be in Mexico City.
You think with all the travelling I do that I travel well, but I just don't, man. Especially on those long haul flights. Breathing that recirculated air. One of the biggest problems with that, other than being sat still, is the dehydration. Now at the moment I'm definitely dehydrated, and that can make your breath kick. But that's not what I'm worried about. I'm more concerned with the, obviously I've got my work trousers here. I'm more concerned with the impact it has on my mind and body. Like, because as a rough rule of thumb, when you are 5% dehydrated, you are 10% down with your body and mind functions. And the time now is 7:01, and I have a meeting at 8 o'clock. Obviously I'm going to do it anyway. I'm not going to go crying and say, I feel dehydrated. Now I could just go and neck a load of water, but when you do stuff like that, your body can't like absorb all of it at the same time, so it just comes straight out of you. What do my work do? So I've been looking. So I've been looking for a supplement I can take, which ensures that my body can kind of latch on. Caveat: I'm not a chemistry teacher. Let's not put a diagram on screen of me pretending in a white coat or something silly like that. I had a couple of friends that use some products, and they say, Dan, you should try this, but like I'm a bit funny about things like that. In case you didn't know, I can be a cynical man sometimes.
Nah, come on, respect, man. That's not possible. I know the tricks. I will not be managed.
And I did a little bit of research into the company. Well, let me see what's going on here. And I'm going to be honest, I respect the hustle. The company started out in a shared room, and now it's grown massively. And they only started the company because they love soft drinks, but they didn't like the ingredients which were in them. They felt it was unethical, and they wanted to change the market. I've travelled with it. These are my holy bits. Got to get my pronunciation right. I've started with this starter pack because they've got so many flavours in their new hydration range. I'm going to take myself 500 millilitres with water. That will help my body to absorb the water and help it to get into my cells, so when I'm on site I am going to feel a lot better and sharp and aware. Now I would not put petrol in my lovely new tractor unit. You have to put the right fuel in to get the right results. A bit of a lottery here. It's only 80p for 500ml serving, and of course when your boy recommends something, he ensures that you get looked after. If you visit uk.holy.com/ashbill and use the code ashbill5, you'll get 5 off your first order, and if you use the code ashbill moving forward, you will get 10% off orders thereafter. Nice. If you want to step up your hydration game so you can operate at your optimum, I fully recommend the Holy Hydration range. Now, I need to get changed into the same work clothes that I was in yesterday and to get on site as soon as possible. It is going to be a busy couple of days. When I get on site, then I'll tell you why I'm here.
The best thing about running a car is knowing that you're putting something back into community. It's not just food on a plate, it's a warm, welcoming place where you can sit down and have a chat, and we're proud to keep that going.
Curry's laptop meal deal. Craving a little something on the side? Save up to 40% on selected accessories and software when bought with any new laptop. Tasty discounts at Curry's.
It's your car. We're just here to make sure you're covered. Powerball money. It's the kind of money where you could buy anything. But what would you do?
You could create the ultimate festival.
Chicks journey.
That's line with isn't it? Massive. So what would you do with Powerball money?
In my absence, my townie came up with a much better plan to secure the post than my idea earlier in the week. On each side, we have angle. And then on top of the angle, we have something my townie found in the stores, which is part of a door closer. And we have bolted it to the angle. And then on the back of it, the bolts have been welded. And then there's another piece of angle on top of the door closer to ensure that the posts cannot even be lifted to get them out of there. And then when you slot them all in, everything is completely secured with a padlock. And you couldn't even lift them out if you tried. They're completely secure. Also, the strainer arrived for the 9-ton dumper. That was the last bit that we were waiting for the 9-ton dumper. So all is complete, and that should stop any big bits of debris or contamination going into the diesel tank. And also the steel delivery you saw us got delivered a while back. The round bar has been used to create a pin for the gate to hold it in place, which secures it. It means we don't have to be wedging timber up against it anymore. Fine job.
Can I do my boots?
It's Friday. I'm clearly not in the yard. I'm on site in Teotihuacan. Now you know that your boy has built football pitches before. Click here to watch a video where I built a 5G one. But this one is a lot different. Now, all QPR fans, don't go mad at me. Don't do it. I've been working with Man City for a good cause and their water technology partner Xylem to create, get this, clean water in this remote part of Mexico City. And I have been lucky enough that they have invited me along to share the experience, to help where I can as a glorified labourer. Now this is going to be a standalone video. I'm going to get on the pitch in a minute, and obviously I'm going to shoulder barge someone to the floor, nutmeg someone else, blast it top corner. And I am honoured to have been here and taken part and kicked ball. And I'm going to manage my own team. I've got a special jacket for it and everything. And I think I'm going to go for more a Stoke City type of play.
Right, what we're going to do on the start, somebody just put in a big challenge. Just let them know that we're here.
Obviously I'm here documenting, but of course the work is continuing at the refurbishment project. Throughout the property we have a ducted concealed system, which means that unless you go nosying in the storage and utility areas, all you will see is grills on the ceiling for both the intake of return air and discharge of chilled or heated air. We're fitting the final piece of the jigsaw today, which are the grills. The ductwork for the actual aircon units connect to these plenum boxes, which balance pressure and reduce mechanical noise from the system. They've all been made bespoke in a factory and powder coated in a white finish, which is why they have been wrapped up like a Christmas gift. They're made of 3 parts: the frame, mesh, and louvers. You fit the frame first by screwing into the plenum box. Then fit the mesh, which is finished in black to reduce the visual impact from the pipe outlets. And finally the louvers, which are directional and have a spring on one side. The spring side is slotted in first, and you push against this to compress. You then pop in the other side, and the spring retracts to not only hold in place, but reduce any vibration from strong airflow. Let me just give you the basics. Football pitch, slightly tilted this way, water runs to one side, collected into a drain. The drain takes it through
This
to 2
thing
underground
takes forever to
tanks,
live.
5,000 litres each. The water is purified and the water is pumped to a tank up here. The water is then further purified. Some of it comes to the washing station, some of it goes to the toilet in there, and the rest of it is purified again and goes to this water tank.
Right, London bonus.
Hey, rude boy, come out from there.
Okay, Daniel.
The final part of the water purification system is
3,
in
2.
and working. Looking at rainwater management from a different perspective. In the UK for so many years, my interpretation of rainwater management is to get rid of the water so it doesn't cause damage. On a roof, we'll have the gutter in, then we'll have the downpipes. In the garden area, we have our perforated pipes surrounded by shingle.
Oh, they're driving it, isn't
Working
it?
with Asheville Heights, And in St. Lucia, my understanding of water management is going to have to change, because if you take a look at the site, we've got the large areas of green space and vegetation, and in the north of the island there are challenges with water infrastructure at the moment, which are being updated, but it's going to take time. And really and truly, you want to be the master of your own destiny. If you look at the front of the building, it's 2 levels, but if you look at the back, it's 4. That's because it's on a slope, and I've built it up so the units on the ground floor have a view of the sea and the sunset. Underneath the pool and the gym level, I have some water storage tanks and all of the utility areas. Now ideally you want to have water for about 2 weeks, because if there was ever a situation where water was cut off, like that is irreversible damage. Imagine somebody flies from the other side of the world and they turn the tap and then they get a dribble coming out. So after looking at what's going on here, I'm thinking of on the
right, we've got colour.
try and collect some of the rainwater and put some tanks elsewhere, not underneath the building. And these tanks store water, which can then be used to outside taps for landscapers, for a sprinkler system, and put the plumbing and infrastructure in place that this can then feed the toilets and all of the washing machines. And I'm thinking of possibly using it to refill the swimming pool, but there's taking it that step further, like the ultimate warrior. The ultimate scenario is to be completely off-grid, capture all of the water, and then have different stages of purification, and then create drinking water as well. St. Lucia has a rainy season, not winter, rainy. I'd like to clarify that. And in those months, it rains a lot more, and we may have a couple of tropical storms. Now, in those months, it's perfectly fine because you're going to rejuvenate your stores of water and there's no problem. But in the months when it's not raining as much, what happens if you then run out of water and you're already completely off-grid? Probably the last bit that I need to learn is, once you put a system like this in, how much maintenance is it going to require? I am learning every day and trying to change my thought process on what managing water really is. I think I'm going to be getting involved in a minute, in a bit of a game here. You know, I'm going to and accept that it's a friendly, when you know, it never is. Saturday! I'm still on site in Mexico. Today is the grand opening. There are festivities. Your boy even made a speech. I saw a couple people in the crowd looking like somebody was cutting onions. Yesterday, I spoke about being off-grid and harvesting water and being the master of your own destiny. Well, it's got me thinking. Last night we came back to see the floodlights working so people can be playing here long into the night. Those floodlights are powered by solar. And then I had a look on top of the toilet block, and there is a massive solar panel which powers all of the pumps. And it got me thinking, yes, it's that time again. That If you have a look on the top of the building, you'll see that it's full of solar panels. The first thing that I would need to do in a situation like this is actually calculate the consumption. How much will I need at full occupancy if everybody's in there and I turn everything on at the same time? You then work it backwards. Your solar panels are on the roof, and this would go straight into some sort of brain or inverter. Now this would convert the solar power into actual electricity. Then this would go into batteries. And then if it were going to feed back to the main grid, you would also come off this inverter brain. You would have a meter so you can monitor how much you gave back to the grid and exactly how much you're going to charge them. Now in the daytime, you would use the solar power, and then at nighttime you would use the power which has been stored in the batteries. Now that might sound simple, but you need to think about the cost to implement all of this, and you need to think about the square footage it's going to take. And then should the worst happen, and the sun doesn't shine, which, when is that ever going to happen in St. Lucia, even though it can be overcast? And imagine your batteries run out of all the power. What do? You put in a generator, and then you connect to the system, and then once you know the batteries are getting low, you have a switch point where both are connected, and then you fire up your generator, and then you switch until you have fixed the problem. So, weighing up completely being off-grid, it's going to cost a lot more money to put in place, But then you need to think about the return on investment, which could be between 5 and 7 years. Now, you may think to yourself,
5 to 7 years, I've made my money back, now I don't need to pay anyone for electricity again.
but there's an argument to say, why don't you just go for the simple life, connect to the grid, you save space in your development, you don't have the capital outlay at the beginning, and if there's a problem, you call the electricity board and say,
Hey, I ain't got no electricity, send someone here to fix it.
it's not as simple as just a spreadsheet, because a spreadsheet doesn't tell you about the heartache and the problems and the additional staff and the parts and the irreversible damage of running out of electricity when people have come to your site and they're trying to enjoy their holiday. That is going to be a problem which you may never come back from.
It's a feeling that grows over time. It's where a sofa becomes your favourite place for get-togethers, especially the ones that go on far too late. Oak Furniture Land. Grow your home.
So it's about sitting down, get all the information in, and try to come up with a strategy. And speaking of strategy, your boy is strategizing right now because I am going to be managing a team in the kickoff game.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, it's a bit dirty that.
Let's do that. I've not done this for a while, have you? Let's do that.
That's it! That's it, well done! Keep possession! Keep possession! Hey! What a great victory! You signed on the wrong car, but congratulations. I'm sorry. Somebody had to lose.
Okay, ready guys?
The game is over. Everybody has left the pitch. The opening day went fantastically. Everyone was happy. I'm extremely happy because in my managerial outfit, which I'm taking back to the UK, of course, we managed to get a 4-1 victory despite the ref's best efforts to block that from happening. On a serious note, it's been a long but fantastic and inspirational week, and there's plenty more to do. And the person who looked at the generator has put down a deposit and they're going to be collecting it next week. So I'm going to be in the yard bright and early on Monday morning trying to move the yard around, preparing for whatever lorry they're going to send in to pick up this monster generator and fuel tank and exhaust. Mexico, I've enjoyed immensely. It's been emotional. Thank you to the team at omsi2. Guys, give me a wave! And that's it for Asheville Weekly, episode 255. Click here for the Asheville website. Click here. Click here. I'm going to put the team at omsi2 on blast for that. I'm trying to close out weekly and they're shouting things in the background. Anyway, that is it for Asheville Weekly, episode 255. Click here for the Asheville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click down here to see an Asheville video you may not have seen before. And click down here for last week's episode, which was number 254, if my maths serves me rightly.
Why is it so bad?
another Hello there everyone, welcome back to another omsi2 video. You join us here on the Adsto project, which is now live. It's free. I'll leave a link below if you want to check it out. We're currently at Castleton bus station. We're going to be heading over to and that's how does that spell out? That's like Castleton, that one's Castleton. Interesting. That is meant to say Adsto on it, but for some reason the board is saying Castleton. Everyone's getting on at 16.8 Adsto, but then it shows up as Adsto for a split second and then changes to Castleton. So we'll just leave it as it is. Let's jump in. We are due out now. Let's get the engine on again. Engine on. We'll get the lights on for the passengers. Hidden somewhere, isn't it, on this one? Where are you, light buttons? They're over here somewhere. That would be. We only need one symbol. Cool. Let's get that up. We'll keep the arrows off. I don't think this route has changed too much since we last did it, which was a long time ago. But yeah, let's see how we get on. And again, this route is now, or this map is now public. So feel free to check it out, there'll be a link below. So I'm hoping that audio is coming out nicely. Yeah, hopefully we can remember the route. Yeah, I don't think this one's changed too much since we last did it. Now some routes have changed drastically, but this one I think generally has sort of stayed the same for quite a while. This is the longest route in Adsto, it's about 40 minutes. Hunters getting on here. Cool. When you get everyone. Get everyone aboard the front. It's meant to say Adsto. Adult day rider. Cool. Adult single. Cool. What do you want? Adult single as well? At least there's no change being given. Lovely. Let's go. I think we might have to turn on the arrows in the Adsto area, because yeah, that has changed a lot. But yeah, we'll just see how we get on. Hopefully we'll be okay. As we slowly but surely check out each of the different routes on Adsto. Would like to do one of the Beryllium routes. Beryllium is like the made-up fictional operator for this map.
Fine.
Sort of a secondary local operator. And they do like school routes and little routes, so it'd be quite cool to do a couple of their routes at some point. Go right here. Hopefully we don't end up going the wrong way. I'm sure Jack will message saying, "Oi, you went the wrong way." We should be okay. I think we're going to like the service station as well. As we go on for the dual carriageway system. It's a pretty realistic looking place as well. Like, this is a fictional map, but sort of Castleton does seem real. Like, it probably is the place with the most realness to it. Really liked it. I'm going to there. That's the garden centre.
Dad,
No, we don't go to the garden centre.
Dad,
What?
I'm passing all the subjects I need apart
Go
from
here.
geography.
Okay.
Well, you have 43 views right now?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You have one viewer right now.
I've had 43 views.
I've used a real bus race.
Yeah, but you've had one view.
It's like in
You have
Manchester
one
or
view
something
on
like
it.
that.
In the last, what? 13 minutes?
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, so we go up here and sort of the service. Yeah, there's lots of stuff up there.
You know your screen is smaller on there.
Yeah, it's meant to be.
Come on, who's
Why'd you
going?
do that?
What's going at the moment?
They can't see it
Let's
then.
go.
They can, trust me.
Obviously traffic lights.
Sorry, Hassan. I'm so sorry. I'm so
No one is
sorry,
going.
baby.
There we go. Now we're going.
It's getting hot, isn't it? Meant to be bloody autumn. Wait, Alexa, when does summer end?
Into the service station. Bus stop there. Someone's getting off here as well. Probably Mackies or something up here. Service stations usually have their nice fast food, don't they? Cool. This is when my memory gets a little bit more blurry once we get onto this bit. But what could go wrong? There used to be quite a cool, there was a little village where you had like a war memorial, and you used to sort of have to drive round the war memorial. I think that's gone now. I quite like that. So yeah, it's gone now, it's been changed. Check the audio again. We come off there. Ooh.
159 to Stratton 9.
We
Station.
go. We go left. Yeah, left. Hilton rings a bell. I think it even comes up on here as well, via Hilton. Yeah, via Hilton. Highton. Funny place. Sorry, bus driver's taking some photos. We have to wait a minute. There we go. I'm going this way. The right way. This way. Says go Highton this way. Be good, I should stay in that lane, but he said this way. Oh, we got another roundabout. What way do we go here? Oh, that's the actual nice livery that one has on there. I think it's this way. Yeah, it's this way. Yeah, there is like a... This route has its own livery. I can never remember which variant of the buses have each livery. But I think this is just the stagecoach livery, so that's fine. It looks nice, doesn't it? Just Stagecoach local. Now they're changing them onto all like dark. What is the new livery? No, it's like Stagecoach We Are With You, I think. Sort of the black livery there, coming up with sort of dark blue black livery. 2 minutes late. Little chef. Yeah, that's good. So far, so good. We're on the right track at the moment. There's quite a big village, I think it might be Clarkill or Highton, but one of them's like quite a big place, and it's got a high street, it's like a big town, which we have to navigate through. But we're going right here, so we follow the streets up, which is handy. And then we're going to follow Highton and Hilton. Just come up to the end of the map before what's the edge of the map. Wrong way. There's even a level crossing somewhere along here now as well, which wasn't there before, but Jack's added it in. So yeah, we get to go over the railway eventually. There's some sort of village here coming up. Oh, this is quite, yeah, this is quite a big place as well. I think this has gone to the high street. Late. That's all right. So again, this is a fictional map, but sort of loosely based off of Devon and Cornwall, or Devon. Into the high street along here. Might be where that car's coming out there actually. Just before the church. Cheers. Chips are all tapping on, that's good. I swear that first guy who got on, I swear it came up with a child on the when it taps on. We go down here. Go slowly past it. Can we go down there? I feel like we do go down there, so I'm going to go down there. Actually, it takes us into the high street. Couple more shots again of our bus. Why not? Oh, there's the bus stop there as well. I'm trying to hit the bloke there. Like down the road.
So if you don't go back to Thingy till 3rd of September.
3rd?
3rd of September, yeah.
Why don't we just accept 10,000 in commission to sell our own home? That percentage of new sale goes straight to that.
to board your sign with anyone, just check what you can say. It's free and it takes minutes.
Now, it indicates that the victim submitted his first form or so years and stuff like that.
Hopefully Guatemala pays some customers for us.
All the passengers there put the wrong destination. Yeah, I know. It's an ad state. The bus is right, look.
So, yeah, it's better.
There's a migrant worker. Which might?
Adult single. There we go. Thank you, mate. Which way now?
Share any additional genetic or environmental news.
So like it's right and then left. Go down there. This way. It's a pretty, you know, realistic looking town centre. Oh, it is the railway station. So from here you can do the rail replacement bus services. Get the bus, or is it not the bus depot? Oh, it's still the bus depot, yeah.
Clearly fantasy, because we are also in you were lucky enough to
Anyone gonna get on?
Let's really talk about this.
No? Okay, well we're off then.
No, the thing is, cameras that everything about it. Focus on everything. Focus on the I found a connection.
Still waiting around.
Both victims exhibit low bone
Right, we are 2 minutes though. It says 3 minutes. Well, 2 minutes, 22 that one. Oh yeah, 1 minute, it's updated. So I guess now we'll follow signs of car kill. Can't go straight on. Oh, we got a message on our ticketer. Running late, speed up. Low trees. 140 change. Adult return. There we go.
159.
Okay.
Stratton Station.
I've been on the buses, so as we're on, obviously, on buses, I've been on a bus in ages in real life. My company used to be part of the, well, Go Ahead used to be part of Go Ahead. We used to get like a £50 a year bus pass, like a massive area, it was great. I used to travel on the buses quite a lot, you know, even just go to 3 stops or, you know, go out on my days off, go on the buses. But now we're nationalised. We've lost that. So, yeah, don't bother going out on the bus now. £3 every time. Go ahead, take us back. Right. And right here, this was a fairly new section, or at least the last, you know, 2 times ago when we did this bit wasn't here. So on beta 5 this bit came out. That one coming up. We got rail replacement there, operated by Beryllium. Which is a really cool livery. Adult single, free change. Reddish 20 mile per hour section. Then you go up to 40, that's the more normal speed. That is the level crossing coming up. Which you can actually see trains, you can see a HST, Great Western HST going across here. Rather cool to see. Left here. slow down. You just do that up and go through it. Up to 50 as well. And I'll put it on sort of fast running. Oh yeah, after a very long time of being private, this map is now public. Again, I'll leave a link below to Fellow's film if you want to check it out. Probably one of the best fictional UK maps we now have, which is free. You have West Country, that's alright, West Country's alright, but this one's big and loads of routes on there. Although West Country, I think it's getting a new version at some point, West Country 4. I've been so long. I'll have to go back to Edinburgh as well at some point. Check that out. And well, Lincolnshire as well. Right, which way now? Decisions to be made. I think it's straight on.
Stratton Station.
Carhill. Coming up to the point where my game, this was a few months ago, when the previous Antido beta came out, my game for some reason just didn't like, there was some sort of file missing, or some of them, like, I don't know, they were going against each other, so this bit just here, there was just a massive gap in the map, which was rather annoying. Unfortunately, that managed to be fixed. There's a big hole in there. Alright. Jeez. Right, get the door shut. Wipe that up. Late, which is good, so we should be getting into Adstone in about 18 minutes time. I think it was 11:48 which is
Stratton Station.
quite a nice link through, it gets quite quick as well. I was wondering if we're ever seeing the 16, this is 16A. Where's the 16 go? Can't be too much difference.
Haymarket, Charles II Street.
Hampton Falls. I think this was the one which had the war memorial, and you just have to sort of swing in, but now it's different now. Kneel the bus down for our punters. Hello. These things are all tapping on.
Very good. You see, I was merely helping Dr. Edison to be that scientist.
It's easier and quicker for us. When we go all the way down over a bridge and then up into Carhill. Quite a steep grade, I think that's down here. It's certainly not a flat map. It's a lot of uphills and downhills in there.
This also explains why he's never united with
159 to
So ensure you click the right button so you can actually make it up the hills.
Trafalgar Square, Charing Cross Station.
fast around this corner, otherwise you'll end up in that. Roll down into the lake gorge. Gradient up to Cart Hill.
Whitehall, Trafalgar Square.
And from there, you get out here, turn left, and then sort of floor it along, and then go into Adster. And that's where, yeah, things have changed quite a bit. So, oh, definitely for the bus station. No idea what stand I'll be coming into. Busy here, isn't it? Everyone's getting on. The whole town's going out. The whole village is going out to Adster. Yeah, it's quite right. Hang on, did you see that there? Year child. And it was the old lady. Some doggies going on down here.
And I started freezing up there, my eyes popped up, I couldn't see, so I went home. Ready?
Maybe they don't sell senior tickets here, so they tell the senior people, I'll just get the chance. Gotta go left here.
Whitehall, Postcards Avenue. Watch out for traffic when we
It's narrow and tight.
These are plants that grow at higher altitudes in the park. Chocolate honeysuckle, redwood dogwood,
Horse Guards Parade.
What are you going to my grandma stuff.
Once the lights eventually change.
Westminster Station, Parliament Square.
Come on, traffic lights change. I want to
Yeah,
get
there's
going.
a timer. Oh, there's a timer? Yeah.
Also, we did get lucky with the last set, didn't we? Straight over
On the
the
Alexa.
bridge. Now we got away.
Not like that. Cancel! Stop sitting on my face.
That's right, isn't it? It's taking a while.
Sit on
Wait,
the bum.
There we go. Now time.
159.
Oh, it's alright, Oh, yes,
Oh,
you
this is
are.
this is
Don't look at me like that.
different.
Oh, it's alright
This
there.
is very different from the last time I did this. Okay. Things have definitely changed. There was definitely not a railway bridge going over the railway
What's that noise all
going
about
over the
then?
high street. That is very different.
So why are you playing with the controller? Dad's listening to that. No, he's not. Come on, handsome. Come on now with me. Come on. But,
A light here for London Eye.
oh, Jesus. You're such a fat dog. Oh. Oh. Oh, you're so fat. You're not fat, you're just chocolate. You know what you're saying? I'm skinny now. Oh, too young then. Did she just go to sleep? Did she just go to sleep?
armpit.
Tickle, tickle.
Collateral
Tickle,
damage
tickle,
happens
tickle.
more, Gary.
Tickle
Kill
armpit.
Sarah. Remember how to track
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Six.
6, 7. Oh.
Bless you, baby boy.
Put in my flipping top number. Mum, he's looking for you to help.
Hey, baby.
It's not helping you anytime soon. 6, 7. 6, 7.
Come here then. No. Come here.
No.
Come here.
No, 6, 7. 6, 7.
Is she making you do exercise?
6, 7. Your ear stinks, Billy. Stop it.
He's my fur, baby. Don't you, Dad? Your mummy's got baby.
Well, he could have talked father and got help. At least one of them would have lived.
159
Seriously,
to
the club.
Streatham Station.
Teddy bears, teddy bears, sleep tight.
Jesus.
The self-assassin said
Oh.
you're dangerously
You got the sneezes.
Oh,
Never remember. Survival's even imperative. If we don't
Lower
do it
Marsh.
ourselves, nothing else is
She hurt you.
It's not true. You're experiencing a rush of dopamine, norepinephrine, and
Oh.
feelings are amplified. Fun, but I don't rely on
He's sitting in the corner. And he's not. Okay, Mum.
No, Charles, you're not having nothing else.
What? What are you asking? This must be for us. But Mum.
Do you mind?
He just hit my feet.
Dad.
He hit my feet.
Fifi? What's that one?
Yeah!
Your belly box?
He hit my butt.
Your fanny? Your vagina?
Shut up.
So many names for that.
What's another way for uterus? Is it actually?
No.
You do know my mic is on.
Oh. Is it?
Yes, sir, because I ain't worked out to turn it off yet.
You got 2 viewers. Stop it. Stop. In 35 minutes.
No, hour and 5.
No, that's views, Dad.
Hour and 5 have been live.
That's how many views you have.
Hour and 5, it's up there.
No, it's not.
That's average time watched.
To Streatham Station.
Shush, bro. Ah, woof. When are you getting my school uniform?
So we've come up with a plan, now shut up, you don't need to know it. Adult stuff. kind of don't.
Kind of here at least middle of the night. At 7, some floors
Are you gonna pay for my trip?
you coming in at 3?
Lambeth North
Before I get
Station.
kicked off?
Yeah, me and Dad will just discuss what we're going to do. Not what you're going to do at all. You will just
Be normal.
be normal, don't worry about things.
Well, didn't you give me my Monday money?
You don't need it.
I did.
You fucking don't.
Good night.
Seriously?
No?
Do you think they find these victims at a reasonable time enough? Oh, just look at that. Look how
You know you've
beautiful
got to
that
be
is,
upset
Bob.
dancing.
Wouldn't it be great to go to work
159
every day?
to Streatham
Well, the
Station.
sand and salty air would make research and hydrocarbon analysis possible.
It doesn't really make
Steve
the time to say I'm
Rosen said it would
doing.
be great. Could the acceleration be the result of something chemical or radiological? No sign of radioactivity and no chemical that I'm aware
Doesn't
of.
look like the packaging I'm sewing.
Kennington Road, Imperial War Museum.
What? Don't look like the packaging I'm sewing.
Oh, oh, okay, maggot. Right on the leg. Right there. Guy squashed me with his hydrogen interrogator.
What are you screaming?
Where are you going?
Alright.
You're opening it upside down.
Trevor, I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee.
What's your point?
To John Mancinero.
You'll be in with.
Born September 26th,
Shut up.
1986, 6'2", 195 pounds.
Yeah.
Check to see if he has a wallet.
Fetal position is accelerating past the physical semblance.
Okay, so what do we got here? Nothing. Just vampire research.
Before we answer that, I'd like to get him back to the lab.
Do you think I have chocolate in the bottom?
159 to Streatham Station.
It's good.
Ted, no. Put your rubbish in the bin, please.
Wow.
5th Avenue Street.
Ted, the dog struck at your arm.
You're stronger than you look.
Bring me
Thank you,
clothes.
Dr. Serrano. And I appreciate your effort to help me feel comfortable at work after my stint at the Looney Bin.
Are you being sarcastic?
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
Are you being sarcastic now?
Well, my shrink told me that sarcasm is not always communication, and that I should try to live joyously and genuinely in every moment.
Whoa, okay, everybody move. Or just freeze.
See ya.
I file a GCI, commonly known as cheese
See ya.
sniffers. In certain
Bye.
circumstances, you'll jump up and run
It's
for
ringing.
McDonald's.
That guy at the hospital could do that.
Yeah.
Alexa, show that timer.
159 to Streatham Station. Kennington Lane. to Streatham Station. Windmill Row.
Windmill Row.
Ted! Give me 10-15 minutes.
One 159 to Streatham Station.